Hello, Mitchell. How you doing tonight?
I was thinking about Magic School Bus for some weird reason.
You think about Magical School Bus?
Yeah, I've actually never seen that show, but I've seen so many memes about it that it's just fascinating.
It's an
So
interesting show,
I guess
but
I'll watch one episode just to see what it's like. But everybody, get ready for this. My favorite topic. Not really, because it was hard. But how to graduate with two majors. It's possible. It's doable, but it's going to be just difficult. Just right off the bat, like I will warn you, it's going to be hard. It's doable. It's not going to be a walk in the park. It's not going to be easy, unless you're not doing any science related fields, which I feel like, not to throw non-science people under the bus, but I feel like I literally could fly with non-science related, because my roommates were non-science, like two of my roommates were non-science related fields, and like I'm seeing their homework and their assignments and their study habits, and like
yeah.
they're flying with like not studying at all, and like I'm like two science related major. Yeah.
I mean, an easy way to do this, just to start off with something easy, is do a PharmD, what's it called? Master's degree in business. You can do that. It's a normal combo people do.
Yeah, yeah, you can do like, yeah. So you can combine a science and a non-science, which I did for reasons that I explained in one of the very first videos. Um, so
What
do
are these
not.
tips?
So yeah, so go to the tip slide. So the very first one is, do not multitask. Do not multitask. It does not work. You're literally taking focus and intention and like everything away from just one task. So just focus on one task. So this is the P plane, all right? PEA. So the very first one will be plan. So you have to plan for what you're gonna do. So you wanna find out if you find out that you want to do two majors in the beginning of your college career, then perfect. You can do that. You can go talk to your advisor, try to find other classes. But if you find out in the middle, then you're gonna have to suffer a little bit, because you're gonna have to end up taking some summer classes. Uh, I think regardless, you will end up taking at least one summer class. I took a lot of summer classes just to graduate on time. On time, as in like 4 years and a half, or like 4 years. If you can easily graduate with two majors in 5 years, um, make sure that you take winter classes, at least one winter class. This one time I took two, and I regret it for the rest of my life, because I literally could not enjoy Christmas or New Year's or whatever, because I was literally on vacation on my birthday, doing writing a paper and taking a quiz due that day. So
So you
uh,
procrastinated.
do one. No, the quiz I didn't, but the paper I did. But make sure that you have everything set up in order with your advisor. If you do not want to listen to your advisor, try to be smart about what you do. So you have to plan. So the second step will be execute. So you have to, as in planning. So the first step is like, make sure that your calendar is in order, all your classes are in order. Separate each day what you're gonna do, because you will be taking 5 classes to 6 classes each semester if you want to graduate with 2 degrees. Now, you can go to 4 classes a semester, the easier route, but I think it's going to take you a little bit longer. But if you do get high grades, if you do get straight A's, you can end up taking 7 to 8 classes. I had a friend, she is extremely smart, and I was really happy to do research with her. She's going to medical school too as well, but she was insane. She took, I believe, 7 or 8 classes. You have to be approved by the dean of your college,
Really?
and it's honestly, like, I think the only way that you can do that is if you show that you are really well, like a really well academic standing student. Like if you get straight A's, if your GPA is like 4.0 or like 3.99 or whatever. I think she took, well, two labs. So labs are not as, I mean, labs are very difficult. So she took like the lab and the lecture, so I'm gonna count that as eight different classes. I think that one semester, I think she had the eight. That I was just like, how did you do it? So in part of execute, you have to make sure that you're also uh, making sure that all the classes will be able to transfer if you're taking them out of if you're taking summer classes. Now you can look at summer classes from different colleges, and you can save around $2,000 if you're taking two classes. Classes in community colleges are $500 to $800, and classes in your college are $1,000 to $1,500. So if you're doing online classes from community colleges, then you can transfer them. Make sure that the transfer, you have to execute this beautifully. The third one will be assessment. So you have to assess what these two majors are doing to your life. Like, do you have a social life? Like, are you able to join clubs? Are you able to hang out with your friends? Are you able to be in a fraternity or sorority, or are you able to do some community service program? If you're listening to this, you're more likely more inclined to do service community programs because you are in the medical field. Either you are a pharmacist or a medical student, or nursing student, or whatever medical field related. But if you're not, and if you do want to take two majors, make sure that you plan it out so good that you have time to yourself. And you have to assess, is it ruining my mental health? Is it ruining my physical health? Because honestly, when I was studying for these two majors, I gained a lot of weight because I wasn't taking care of myself. I was eating a lot of food, and I stress eat. So I'm stressed out studying in the library for a test, and I'm like eating as much food as I like possibly can. So, and my mental health declined. I was not taking care of myself. Like I might have looked disheveled at some point. I might have wore the same jacket more than twice. Um, so make sure that you don't become that crazy chemistry college professor that looks like Albert Einstein. So, and
Unless that's your goal, you know.
and yeah, yeah. Well, unless that's unless that's what you're going for, then hey, more power to you, man, or my girl. So, whatever you want to do. So plan, then you have to execute, and then you have to assess if it's working out for you, or if it's just killing you inside. For me, I realized for the two majors, um, not my freshman year, so that kind of like threw me off. So I had to cover a lot more ground during my summer classes. And me and Syke, we actually ended up taking that one summer class together, and that's how we met. Um, and I think I had like three summer classes that semester with him. I think he only had one. You only had one, right?
Yeah, that was it. It was microbiology, so
Microbiology. Yes. Oh my goodness gracious! I hated that class. But I had three, and then during the winter you want to take more because you cannot double dip. So like double dipping is like I took human anatomy, so human anatomy is perfect. It's gonna go with my biology and with my chemistry or like pre med. It's you can't do that. So there are some places that you cannot double dip. So you have to take something else instead. So you're adding more load to the number of classes that you need to take. So like you to graduate, you might need like 150 credits, but for a double major, you might need 50 extra credits or whatever. So that's another like 2 to 3 years extra. So we're talking about uh, 6 different semesters, and each semester will be like 4 different classes. So just what 24 to 30 different just it's a lot of different things that you wanna deal with. And taking summer classes, it's doable. Okay. You need to pay if you're lucky enough that your parents are paying for it, then perfect. But if not, you're gonna have to be able to plan in a way that you can study and work at the same time. Um, so I couldn't do both, and I had to end up taking a whole semester. Just I had to lower my load, and I'm sure it's just going to look horrible for medical applications. but I needed the money. I needed to pay for other stuff. You know, I have to eat and live.
I do
You
want
know,
to
I
chime in
can't
about the
just.
summer classes though.
Yeah, but be careful because you know your summers are like going away, and I don't regret it, but also at the same time, I'm kind of like I literally all I did was go to school and study. I didn't travel. I didn't do anything. I didn't much enjoy my summers. All I did was just study.
You
So
can do
that
online summer classes though, like what I'm doing right now. I mean, it's not really summer now, but UNE online, they're accredited, and most schools do take their credits if you do ask them. So just be aware of that. Some schools don't take it, but a lot do.
make
And
sure that
it's
you check if your community college is cheaper or UAE is cheaper.
yeah. I mean, my
Check that.
physics course, I'm taking 3 courses right now, and it cost me $3,000, which is really
Oh,
not
that's
that
amazing.
bad for what 11 credits I think I'm taking.
But your psych you have a psychology course right now, right?
I have 2 psychologies and physics.
See,
So
my psychology class right now at my community college, I believe, is $400 or $600,
it also depends like
and
where you
I
live at too.
yeah, and if you're lucky enough, you can even ask your friend to you can like pay him or just like beg him for you to use his address as if you live there, and that way your community college classes are low. This might be illegal, so never mind. Do not do this. Do not do not pay attention to what I just said. Please adhere to the laws.
If it's
Uh,
legal, do it.
this
If
is
it's not, don't do
th-
it.
this is just something I heard. I not encourage you to do this, but this is something I heard that has happened um, many years ago in another planet, maybe another galaxy. Who knows?
Maybe.
But I did hear that this happened. So apparently the guy asked his friend to use the address and stuff, and it worked for the community college, and he was able to study there for a lot cheap. He's lucky, hey, you know.
Very lucky.
sometimes you just sometimes you just have to plan it so well that when you execute it, it's just perfectly done.
I think
Well,
we're
thank
gonna
you
end the
so much
video
for
there, guys. We'll see you next
yeah, thank
video.
you so much for listening. Peace.
Peace.